Madden Football brings you the divisional round of the NFL playoffs, and it's brought to you by EA Sports. It's the Golden Eagles and the Colts, and it's coming up next.
Just a stone's throw from historic Monument. The first of 4 berths in the conference championships on the line here as divisional weekend in the NFL is underway. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. So the Colts now coming out for their opening drive. And at quarterback from the University of Oregon, it's Justin Herbert.
All in all, he was pretty solid in the victory in the wild card round and threw a couple of touchdowns. And when it comes to quarterback play, you'd always love spectacular. But in the playoffs, you'll take solid. And that's exactly what they're looking for from him again in this contest.
A little bit of daylight on that first down run sets him up nicely. 8 yards on the carry.
Next, receivers have spread the defense out, and they were able to come through with a slashing run.
But to that point, it's going to be interesting to see the personnel chess match as this one progresses.
Yeah, you're exactly right. Can they continue to create running lanes out of passing sets? And if so, it's going to be a long day for the defense.
Running on first down, Eckler. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
Play action is supposed to be used to slow down pressure, slow down blitzes. In this case, though, if it takes a little too long to develop, you got people right in your face. And
lucky just to get rid of the ball with the arm going forward. Could have been a fumble. Nowhere to go for Herbert, and he's going to go down. Jalen Phillips able to get him down for a loss of 11, and it brings up 4th down.
It always helps for a visiting team to come in and set the tone on defense. In fact, when we talked with them prior to the game, they said they wanted this home crowd to feel like they had to hide their valuables when they were in town.
Well, the home crowd quiet now early. See if their offense can take over and get some points on the board. The Colts send out their punter. As the first drive of the game stalls out, he's on to punt. He'll take it at the 42. It's a 40-yard punt, 6 yards on the return, and out will come the offense as they take over. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And a glance here at their shifty mobile signal caller.
And if he and his guys want to spring the upset here in the second round and move on, they've got to focus on the good that they did in the wild card victory. At the top of that list, protecting the football. Got a little careless last week. A few got away from him. Might not be so fortunate this time around. And if that's the case, they'll end up going home.
Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. Now Richardson back to throw it. The Colts are going to get him. Down he goes. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
And this is what you've got to do against a quarterback like him. You've got to keep him in the pocket and not let him get to the perimeter, because once he gets outside, that's where he can really hurt
you. Richardson. And he is caught, pushing his way through. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. A big play there as they get the conversion on 3rd and 13.
It's early, but announcer cliche alert here. Big players make big plays. Should I say in big games too? What the heck. And this defense, they're going to have to find some way to slow him down as this game goes on, because when this combination is going good, they can tear your secondary apart.
1st and 10, it's Richardson. Over the middle, complete. It's Johnston. This will be a 5-yard pickup as they move it from the 20 to the 15. Now 2nd and 5. Back to throw. Here's Richardson. He gets this out wide to Gibbs. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. Here's third and a few inches. Again, it's Richardson. He's got his target. That's complete. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Got what they needed there. The drive continues with a 9-yard pickup. And perhaps now close to the first points of this divisional round game as it's first and goal. Now here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete.
When you run in the slant, timing is everything, and against that man coverage, there was no space available, and incompletion as a result.
Gibbs trying to get to the goal line, but he's going to be stopped just short at the 1. Call it a gain of a couple. The defense stiffening here. It's third and goal. Gibbs again. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Chicago. Jahmyr Gibbs punching it in from a yard away. And the Golden Eagles are on the board first here in this division round matchup. So the second down run didn't work. They run it again on third down and get in. I wasn't sure if they might pass it, Charles. We know that they like to mix it up down here around the goal line.
Yeah, almost felt like the offensive line said, forget mixing it up. Let's call our favorite running play over our best blockers, and let's get this one in.
Point after, right down the middle. And it's now a 7-0 game. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. Second drive coming up here for the Indianapolis Colts. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Back to throw here, Herbert. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he is going to have a Colts first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
We often hear the phrase sure-handed tight ends, and he certainly fits into that category. Plus, he's got a quarterback who knows to look his way when they need a big pickup. And on this play, he finds it for the first down.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Herbert will give this one to Eckler. And he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39. Well, now hang on here because he appears to be shaken up. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. Here now, 2nd and 9 from the 39-yard line. Now it's Herbert. Had his hands on it, but dropped it. The rookie making a little bit of a rookie mistake. Third down. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. On third down, here's Eckler. And a good swarm to the football defensively as they get him down at about the 40. Just a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll mean a call to the punt team as it's 4th down.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
The Colts send out their punter as he'll punt it away for the second time. 44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. And this will be taken at the 13. 43-yard punt, but they get 9 back on the return. And they will take over 1st and 10. The Chicago offense set to get started. And for them, maybe a little carryover from last week's game. They got the win on the road in the wild card round, on the road here again in the divisional round, but they're hanging tough.
Hey, cue a little music, right? A little on the...
Oh, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked up by Juan Thornhill. And he'll be brought down around the 7-yard line.
Well, this had trouble written all over from the start. He's got 2 extra defensive backs in the game he's got to deal with. They're in a dime set. So everywhere he's looking, he's seeing a different color jersey. And sure enough, this one winds up being intercepted.
The Colts now, their offense works their way back onto the field. And they start in the best of all positions, 1st and goal. Suddenly it's 1st and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here. After the turnover, here's Herbert. The quick slant caught. Touchdown Colts. K.J. Osborne. A 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Colts are an extra point away from evening this one up.
Great field position has to be one of the best friends an offense can have. When you don't have very far to go, you should cash it in with points.
Now they'll line up to kick the extra point. It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we're tied 7-7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Taken at the goal line. Now a hit and a loose football. So a teammate picking him up there, that was nearly disaster.
And the way that you coach these things, you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy, because you want to make sure that the catch is secured. A lot of teams do that. They have at least one guy. Okay, you're responsible for making sure he secures the catch. He's not always the one that makes the recovery, but he can always sound out the alarm. Hey, ball's on the ground. We've got to get it back.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. That is complete downfield to Knox. Down the sideline he goes. Touchdown, Chicago. Dawson Knox, 68 yards. And his guys have taken the lead. They talked about stringing together some explosive plays here in the playoffs. That was a pretty explosive play.
It certainly was. And if you're going to win on the road, it certainly helps to have big playability in your hip pocket, doesn't it?
Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes the score 14-7. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback. Here comes the Indianapolis offense now as they get set to take over. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways, because you know they're both motivated, they both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Justin Herbert looking to throw on second down. That pass complete to Moore. That's good for a first down. There's a guy who went over 1,000 yards receiving in the regular season, and now he's got his first catch in the playoffs. This is a counter play. Eckler. And slow going there as he'll only get a yard, maybe, up to the 41. And we're at the 41, 2nd and 9. Once more, here's Eckler. And he'll be pretty well stopped in his tracks. Give him a yard up to the 42.
Sometimes your philosophies get challenged at times you don't want them to. They did try to stick to the running game on the first 2 plays. Didn't amount to much.
And now facing a 3rd and long at the outset of this drive. Going to throw on 3rd down with Herbert. And it looked like he got the feet down, did he? Yes, it's a catch. And that one results in 35 yards.
I don't think anyone would argue that having that extra week definitely helps come playoff time. And those were some fresh legs right there. That extra practice time and planning, certainly in evidence.
So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Justin Herbert looking to pass. Trying to fit it into Moore, but it's intercepted. Isaiah Simmons picking it off. And he returns it up just shy of the 20 to the 19-yard line. That throw, Charles, over the middle of the field, and a few too many bodies in there got picked.
That's a normal situation, too, isn't it? No matter how hard you try and spread the field sometimes, there's always going to be a traffic jam, it feels like, towards the middle. And if there's any type of a missed throw or maybe the ball's tipped or just too many bodies in the area, an interception can result.
On 1st down, Richardson. He'll let this go deep for St. Brown. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in. Now a 2nd and 10. Richardson working from the gun. And he'll be brought down by the Colts. Dexter Lawrence, the defensive tackle, getting in there for a loss of 5. A tough spot here. 3rd and 15. Richardson looking to throw this. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. Ready for the 2nd quarter, and it's our visitors with the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. He's got another one to Johnston. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. Another 1st down as he went right back to the same well, this time for 17 yards.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 at the 43. From the gun, Gibbs will get it. He can't get him down. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Richardson. And that went to the right side and incomplete.
Well, it looked like a march to the end zone has hit a momentary roadblock with that incompletion. No need to panic. They just got to come up with a high percentage play call and see if they can get their offense back on track.
Richardson under pressure, and down he goes. Dexter Lawrence. That is now 2 sacks for him here in this 1st half. Here's Tommy Townsend on to punt. And this one's out of bounds. Should be inside the 10, I think it is. At the 6-yard line. The Colts set to take over here offensively. But not an ideal way to end their previous drive. They threw the interception, Charles, after they had built up some momentum. They were moving the football, but something to at least build on for this offense as they run back out here.
Yeah, you're right about that. Up until that last play, everything was working pretty well for this offense. Gaining chunks of yardage, getting 1st downs, really making a push for the end zone, and looked like they had a nice rhythm going. Now you got to have a short memory here. Don't focus on the interception. Focus on what came before it and get back to it.
Give him 3 on the run there. Now they're looking at a 3rd and about 5. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. From the gun, Herbert on 3rd down. And incomplete here to bring up 4th down as the rookie couldn't haul it in. Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better. Got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been caught. They've got to find a way to bring those 2 elements together so they can make some progress in this one.
A 7-yard return following a punt of 45 yards. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 on their side of midfield at the 47. And they start things off with a carry by Gibbs here.
And he's going to take this one across midfield and into Colts territory. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
Richardson now on second down.
And he's got the hook up to Moore. And he's got this down to the 35. His first reception of the divisional round matchup, but it's good for a first down as well.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
Richardson to the air on first down.
That'll be caught. It's St. Brown. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Now it's Richardson.
And it'll be intercepted.
Picked off by Byron Murphy. And the Colts are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20.
Well, Brandon, as they say in popular culture, this one's going to leave a mark because they can see the end zone, but it'll stay out of reach because of their error. All their offensive teammates have to give the quarterback right now, offer a little bit of encouragement because what's done is done. Let's get them next time out.
And now Indianapolis set to take the field.
Charles, a very uninspired effort. The last time we saw them out there was a quick 3-and-out, and they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20.
Herbert now.
Looking for the out route, and he's got more. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Eckler now between the tackles. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning it in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
3rd catch of this first half for him, and this one is a first down.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size, you can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and that will bring up 2nd down. They go back to the ground now with Eckler. And he's going to be stopped up at about the 47-yard line.
Whenever we talk about the best strong safeties, one word constantly comes up, and that's instincts. Being able to diagnose run or pass and make the appropriate moves.
He crashed down hard there. He was ready for that running play.
And he is going to have a Colts first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down.
Up the middle with Eckler to the 36-yard line. Stop there.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
And now a stoppage, and looks like we have a Colt who was shaken up on that last play. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside.
Now Herbert with it, looking to pass.
He'll get this out wide to Eckler.
And this play going to be stopped in its tracks at the 32, and obviously well short of the first down. And now the Colts call on their field goal unit here. It'll be a 49-yard attempt from the left hash.
And his kick is indeed good. And they'll cut the lead back down to 4 now at 14-10.
Well, still some climbing left to do to get back to even, but forcing a turnover and getting the field goal there, that's a small step toward erasing the early deficit.
Absolutely. That interception field goal, that's the beginning of what they hope will be several steps towards erasing that deficit and building a lead of their own by the time this game is over.
Here's the Chicago offense coming back out onto the field. And 2 picks thrown here in this first half alone. We'll see how that affects him.
Can't wait to see where his confidence is, because the great ones, they'll throw 4 or 5 picks, and while it'll hurt their team, it won't hurt their confidence. They'll think something was just wrong with the ball or the wind or something was funny. It's never about them. That's how they stay so into the moment and into the game.
Second down, here's Richardson. Finding Knox there, complete. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Second quarter action, 2 minutes to go on divisional round weekend. We remind you, as we've done all year, that coming up at halftime we will visit with Jonathan Coachman standing by in Orlando. He'll let you know what's going on here on a very eventful divisional round weekend. 1st and 10, Richardson looks to throw it. Across the middle, he's got it complete to St. Brown. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. Now Richardson. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Moore. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays.
That's now 4 completions in a row. A good bounce back following the interception last drive.
Certainly not letting it affect him, that's for sure. And we all know interceptions are going to happen. So the big trick, don't let it affect you going forward. Most of the good quarterbacks, they just tell the ball boy, get that one out of the rotation, give me a fresh ball, and let's go. He's got his offense moving again.
12 more yards there and another first down. Now a timeout called for by the offense as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half.
So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. Here's Richardson to throw.
To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
And I think they'd be well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far, but on that last one, that worked quite well for the defense.
On 2nd down, here's Gibbs.
And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down, but a nice little gain. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
He's got his target. That's complete.
And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage.
Would it be safe to say that as precise as routes are supposed to be run in the NFL, maybe they're not quite as precise in college ball?
That's accurate, yeah.
And I think we saw a college route in the NFL there. Just find the soft spot, find the dead zone, and find the first down. And that's what he just did.
Back to throw. Here's Richardson.
Got his man, and it's caught for a Chicago touchdown.
Patrick Ricard.
As the first half is winding down.
And the Golden Eagles will extend their lead here just before halftime. And this drive, Charles, very well timed as they score with very little time remaining in this first half.
And I'm reminded that they get the second half kickoff as well, so they can break this one wide open before the other guys have a chance to possess the football.
Now the try here for the point after. It's good, and it's 21-10. So a nice drive put together there. They go 75 yards in 9 plays.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And he will make it back to the 15, and that's it. Good coverage there by the kick team.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
So it's on to halftime of this AFC divisional round matchup. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. This the first of 4 divisional round matchups coming up this weekend. We'll get back out to you guys in just a moment. But first, let's take a look ahead to tomorrow's other divisional round games in the AFC. And it looks like a good one, as it's going to be one heck of a battle, that's for sure. In the first half, it was the Alabama man, Jahmyr Gibbs, who had it cooking. He had a touchdown run that helped get his guys this halftime lead. This has certainly been a fun one to watch so far. We knew this was going to be a battle, and we have not been disappointed. This is the kind of game that could wind up hinging on which side could play mistake-free football the rest of the way.
From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. This offense ready to go to begin this third quarter. And they've been the better of the two teams through 2 quarters of play, much to the chagrin of this home crowd.
Yeah, this score is a surprise to a lot of folks at home, although not to my dad. He predicted the visitors would win. And maybe to the folks in the stadium. But you know who is not a surprise to, partner? This team with the football. They were very confident coming in.
So the completion results there in 9 yards. And they'll have a 2nd and 1 forthcoming. Now Richardson back to throw it. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. 4 yards the pickup, first down. Gibbs straight ahead. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Richardson hit it, he fumbles it. And the Colts pick it up. And they will take over possession of the football at their 42-yard line. Well, CD, that's one of those plays you put a mark by. I mean, that could be a big momentum swing here on the opening drive of the third quarter.
Yeah, we may have to revisit it, right? Because if that drive ends up in the end zone, they're sitting pretty at that point. Now, instead, it's a 2-score game that has a chance to tighten up considerably.
Here's the Colts now as they get ready for their first possession on offense of the second half. And they just got a little help from their defense forcing the turnover. Now can they make that pay off in points?
They need to, partner. They're down on the scoreboard. Need to take advantage of those opportunities, and this is a good one right in front of them.
Well, following the play now, they're going to stop the clock here as a man is shaken up. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. From the 48-yard line, here's 2nd and 5. Back to throw here, Herbert. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
And we just saw another example. These cornerbacks have played tight coverage all game long. Might start wanting to think about a few double, triple move routes to try and shake their guys free.
Because they have, you're right, they have had no room to breathe. Now it's Herbert. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he is going to have a Colts first down by about 3 yards or so as they wind up getting 7 there on 3rd and 4. They'll run out of the gun with Eckler. He'll work his way up the middle for a gain of about 4. 2nd down.
Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to the huddle and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Here's Herbert. Oh, the turnover fest continues. Here's another interception. Isaiah Simmons picking it off.
And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line.
All right, Brandon. Normally when you hear about guys making 2 interceptions in the game, you're thinking must be a free safety, maybe a corner. How about getting 2 picks out of one of your linebackers? Again, he's just in the right place at the right time, and that's another great play to come away with the football.
So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
And they have just not been able to block him at all throughout this game. Seems like every other play, he's doing something in the backfield. Already got 2 sacks, and now here's a tackle behind the line.
Richardson looking to throw. It's Knox, the tight end, making the catch. And he's going to be taken down. Plus, there's a penalty flag in the backfield. They may get 15 more on top of this.
After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Richardson.
And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down. Richardson off the play fake.
He's got his target. It's the tight end Knox. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially.
And remember, this drive started off following the turnover, and they've taken no time working their way down the short field. A nice connection there, and now they're looking at a 1st and goal.
Richardson looking to throw this.
And he's got it. And just shy of the goal line as he's out of bounds right at the 1. 2nd and goal from the 1.
They'll try to run with Gibbs.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. They lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
And it's caught. A gain of 5, but not enough. Leads to a 4th and goal.
There's another example that playing football isn't strictly being physical. You've got to think as well. Nice job reading his keys by the linebacker and going out in the open space when they dumped it to the back. He was able to make the play and stop him short of the goal line.
And his kick is good. And the lead grows to 14 at 24-10.
So the defense able to force the interception, and the offense working their way into field goal range and able to get 3 out of it.
Yeah, and give them credit for that. They took the ball, maneuvered it downfield, and while they couldn't get exactly what they wanted, which was a touchdown, they did get 3 points out of it. So they paid off what the defense gave them. Both sides will be thrilled with that.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Successful start to the drive, 17 yards, and moves the sticks. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Play action this time for Justin Herbert. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. A shotgun snap for Herbert. A quick throw there is incomplete.
Another attempt, another incompletion, and when I look at the scoreboard and where we are in this game, it comes to mind that they have to start getting the ball in the hands of their playmakers. Throw it to the guys that maybe can take a short pass and turn it into a long gain or make people miss downfield. They've got to have points, and the guys who can put the ball in the end zone, they're the ones that need to touch the ball.
Now yet another incompletion here as they fail to connect on third.
Looks like another empty possession offensively. And you're at that point in the game where you can't afford too many more of these. So this is going to require some heavy thinking on the sideline to figure out what they can do to crack this defense.
Call that a 46-yard punt with a net of 40 on the 6-yard return. Another drive coming up for this Chicago offense. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Richardson working from the gun. Escapes the sack. Flush to his right. He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a 3rd down situation.
No surprise to see him running again here. It's something he's done throughout this season. And that run puts him over 500 yards on the ground for the year. He's got to be thinking to himself, if I'm already at 500, what's to stop me from going for 1,000?
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Great 15-yard effort on the ground there on 3rd down to keep the drive going.
And that's a great run, and this is where you've got a running back who feels like he needs to take over this football game. You're in the second half, you've got the lead, you're looking at moving on to the conference championship, and he's got to be saying, just keep giving me the ball, and I'll get us home.
Richardson to throw off play action. Pass hauled in by Johnston. And he's brought down. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another 1st down. Richardson. He's got the connection to Moore. It'll be a gain of 5, and it'll be 2nd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before you get a good head of steam going.
And that is going to be incomplete as he let him a bit too much. Now a timeout called for by the defense. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. Again, it's Richardson. And that will be incomplete.
Nice back-to-back plays defensively. They're stacking momentum now. 1 incompletion, 2 incompletion. They're going for more.
Richardson on 4th down. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a 1st down.
There he goes, and for good reason. Running with it has paid dividends earlier in this game and earlier on this drive. And until they prove they can stop him, I don't think he's going to be shy about continuing to run for 1st downs instead of airing it out.
1st and 10. Here's Richardson with it. He gets this out wide to Gibbs. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. And that's good for a gain of 6, and that'll bring up 2nd down. Now it's Richardson. And his throw here is going to be incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
And in a lot of ways, that catch is expected. Red zone presence, and that one was realized there. You've got to find your tight end in that situation.
Oh, he's intercepted again. It's Richardson's 3rd of the game. And the Colts are going to get the football back as time will run out in this 3rd quarter of play. 1 quarter remains for the right to advance to the AFC title game. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And this could be the defining moment of their season, all hyperbole aside. You're trailing here in the fourth quarter, the divisional round. And they need to come up with something as they get this drive started. And this one will be taken up. They'll spot it right at the 7. They work now on 2nd and 9. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. And that's going to be incomplete. The Colts on 3rd down. They're right at about the league average, 40%, 4 for 10. This is 3rd and 9. Herbert. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Well, how about the coverage we just saw him break out on 3rd down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
The punt team on now is from their end zone. They get it away. A 40-yard punt, no return. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. And now first downs are key. They want to keep that clock moving, up by 2 scores as they try to cement their place in the conference championship round in 1 week's time. Drive starts with a run from Gibbs. There he goes, left side. Touchdown, Chicago. Jahmyr Gibbs with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Golden Eagles are drawing closer to a date in the AFC title game as they extend this 4th quarter lead. Well, after their wild card round game last week, you and I said, wow, they played pretty well. Maybe they got a shot at keeping this one close. They've done more than keep this one close.
Yeah, they've made quite a statement, haven't they? And I don't know if it was the week off that hurt this defense, but they've been flat from the get-go, and that's always a coach's fear. Okay, you earn the open week, but you wonder how they'll respond with that extra time off.
And it seems like they've been running uphill all game. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. Their hopes of advancing past this divisional round hanging by on Herbert, his 3rd interception. Picked off by Roquan Smith. And he's going to get this one to the 23-yard line. But here in the 4th quarter, defensively, you know that you're just going to blanket the field with defensive backs and say, okay, take your best shot. And that time, it's intercepted.
And we've often seen teams go into the prevent early, way too early, and sometimes they get too soft in their coverages, but not in this case. They understood the situation and played it with the proper aggression.
First and 10, Richardson looks to throw it. Well, that's complete to the fullback, Ricard. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. Here now, 2nd and 4.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4.
Here's Richardson to throw. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. The escapability in evidence there as that one good for 15 and a first.
It hasn't been the cleanest game for him, but there was a sign of improvement as he looks towards the next one. Nice bit of scrambling to move the sticks, and even more importantly, he didn't risk adding another interception to his ledger.
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Chicago. Jahmyr Gibbs saving his best for the playoffs with his 3rd touchdown of the game. And the Golden Eagles continue to pull the playoff surprise as they lead big here on the road. Extra point attempt to follow here. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. So they only needed 3 plays on that drive. And it was all capped off by a touchdown run from Jahmyr Gibbs. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. Here comes the Colts offense now as they make their way onto the field.
It certainly has not been the outing that they envisioned on their home turf in the divisional round of the playoffs, and they have been pushed around, and now their backs against the wall.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds.
Well, hang on now. We're going to pause here. We've got an injured player. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment. Herbert on first down now.
Can't get away, and he's taken down.
Nolan Smith from his outside linebacker spot, forcing the sack for a loss of 8. And you could say that is just another cherry on top for this defense and that entire team. But really, this defense has sparked what's been an impressive effort here in this one.
And I notice you used the word sparked because you're not seeing that on the other side of the ball, are you? The offense right now, the spark has left their game, and it's been because of what you described, that defensive pressure.
Justin Herbert looking to throw on second down. That'll give him 8 that time, and that brings up third and a full 10 yards.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on second down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives him a much better opportunity to convert on third down.
He's got his target. That's complete.
And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for first and 10.
First and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Herbert now.
And he's going to be brought down here in the backfield.
Dropped for a loss of 7 by multiple defenders.
I know there'll be a little bit of criticism there because they went right back to the air after the huge pickup and ended up getting sacked. That's often a play that you make. You feel like you've got momentum on your side.
Unfortunately, the O-line failed to hold up to try to keep that momentum going.
Meanwhile, the throw here is complete.
They get 14 back, but it leads now to a third down.
And that was yardage that they needed there after the sack on first down. They didn't get all of it back, but now they look at third down as a manageable situation, one that they have a much better chance of picking up.
And he is going to lose yardage here. Fourth down now after a loss of 2.
Boy, you know, some plays you can just sort of tell they're not going to work from the start, and that was one of them right there.
Yeah, I mean, he had every option taken away, and so all that was left for him to do was to try and keep it himself, but even he knew that he had nowhere to go.
Fourth down for Herbert. Desperation time. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Colts unable to convert here on fourth down. And as a result, possession switches hands. So the defense has to stay out and get one more stop. They were able to do it, forcing the incompletion.
So on their record, that goes down as a successful play. Doesn't matter how they got there, how it happened. They got it done. They're the ones that are jubilant.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 4 on the first down play.
They had 3 tight ends in that formation. That's almost a universal sign that they're planning to run the football. But how about the defense there? They met force with force and caused a stack up behind the line of scrimmage and threw it for a loss.
And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up third down.
They go play action with Richardson.
Looking left side, and he's got a man.
That's Gibbs. And he'll be brought down at the 34, well short of the first down marker. A gain of 9, not enough, and it's fourth down.
And they'll send out their punter now as he'll kick it away for the second time. Fair catch called for and made at the 16 or maybe the 17-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Colts will go on offense here, first and 10. On first down, Justin Herbert. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
2nd and 10.
Back to throw here, Herbert.
Over the middle and hauled in by Osborne.
They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
Herbert on 3rd down now. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Herbert back to the air. And that's caught inside the 35. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Here's Herbert. His throw incomplete.
He didn't just deny a big throw there. He broke that one up in the red zone. An excellent play, one that may help save points on the board when this drive is over.
On 2nd down, here's Herbert. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Colts in possession of the football as we get you reset. They face a 3rd down now as they try to find a late score.
Off the play fake to Eckler, it's Herbert. Targeting Moore, and he's got him on the crossing pattern.
They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. A shotgun snap for Herbert. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
3rd and goal, trying to make that scoreboard at least a little more respectable.
Again, Herbert looking end zone, but it's incomplete. The field goal does you no good, so they're going to stay out there and go for it on 4th. They snap it to Herbert, and it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over.
1st and 10, and kind of tipping their hand at running the ball. 3 tight ends are out there.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he's going to lose yardage back to his own 1-yard line. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
Another run for Gibbs here.
And he'll get this up past the 5 to the 7-yard line.
85 yards rushing for him now to this point.
A gain of 6 yards. And it's 3rd down.
And they have secured a spot in the conference championship.